Hey everybody, it's me again, Michelle, with Michelle Lokerson Vlog. Listen, I love talking to you guys when I'm out and about. I absolutely love talking to y'all. It's like my own little club, except for we're the nice ones. We're not the bullies. So yeah. So I was thinking of something. I was like, oh my gosh, Michelle, you got to tell them this. You got to tell them this. It's something that they need to really think about, and then they'll have that aha moment. You ever thought about something you're like, couldn't figure out, kind of like I did yesterday with the egg in the meatloaf and in the cakes. I really didn't know why we put eggs. I didn't understand it, and then my daughter told me, both of my daughters told me, it is for the batter to stick together, and I guess for the meat and the ground beef and the meatloaf to stick together. So yeah, the problem with me, I have the aha moments, and I've got to come up with something that I can use to record my thought so I can make a video of it and tell you guys, because it's things that I find relevant to what's going on today in the world. But oftentimes I forget it. Like I had it in my head, and then just as soon as I had it, it left. So, but I promise you, I'm gonna figure out a way. If there's a will, there's a way. And that is very, very true. So it may be I will get one of those little things that the doctors use to dictate their doctor's notes. Oh, but I do want to tell y'all, okay, this is what I wanted to tell you. There's a guy, and I know I said it on his other channel, on my other video, but I'm going to tell y'all again. There's a guy, his name is Shawn Baker, MD. He became a doctor. I believe he became a doctor in the military. And he currently is not practicing medicine. And you can actually view a video of what happened to his medical license, because he'll explain it to you. But with my experience as what I went through, it made me wonder, and I began to research things, and as well, my primary doctor also, verbalized some things to me, because he's in the reserves. He's a doctor here in Pensacola at Baptist, but he is in I don't remember which reserves he's in, but he's in the reserves, and he could not believe the things they were making them go through for schooling and stuff, regarding racism and stuff like that. And there's two different thoughts here. The first thought is this: if you looked around and you see, what are the things that you see that makes you think, how did they get so rich? How did they get so rich? So what comes to mind for me is pharmaceutical company and the hospitals. What was the other one I thought of? Government. Now, you may have a few more to add to it, but for me, those are mine. And what it seems that they have done is they haven't thrown all this at us at one time. No, if I reflect back, oh, and education. I've often wondered, this is the thing I often wonder about. If our education, if we are the most advanced country in the whole world, how come our education system doesn't mimic that? I mean, think about it. They could pay nurses more. I mean, teachers more. But no, that's not in the solution for them. Instead, what's in the solution is to put more rules on the teachers that they have to follow. For one, so they're not there to get rich. But, you know, they could advance these schools. Our children should be ahead of every other country because we are the most prosperous country in the world. And we're the greatest country in the world. But you notice the education, nothing. And here's another example. Remember in when they legalized Florida, they legalized the lotto in Florida, and here's what the way they sold it on the American people, because they knew once they sold it and they got it voted into, I don't even remember when that happened, if they even voted it in, but when they voted, whenever they legalized lotto, they made the promise to Floridians that there was a certain percentage of it going to education. So that kind of sent, for a lot of people, you know, that was like a win-win. You know, you get to feed your addiction, and through your addiction, you get to help the education system. So my question is, I mean, the fact that we have people blindly going to buy tickets when the odds are against you just really, really makes you scratch your head. So, but once they legalized it, that's it. And then you got all these people who are addicted to it. So once they get you addicted, not only are they taking your money, but they're taking your mind as well. So that's just one instance. And then the other instance is the hospitals. I mean, the pharmaceutical companies. If you took your medication and you read every side effect, each pill contradicts the other pill in all rights. Very few do not contradict the other pill. And it all started out with Tylenol and ibuprofen. You know, some simple ones. And then they found out that chronic use of that is not good either. It destroys your kidneys, and and the ibuprofen can destroy your immune system. So instead of holistically trying to help us figure out and making and encouraging people to get healthier, which they do in a sense, but I'll be honest with you, the doctors nowadays, they don't care what you're doing. They're gonna give you a prescription no matter what. There's a few that care. There still are a few that care. But the prescriptions, that's another one. I heard on Shawn Baker's video yesterday, a woman talking about eating the carnivore diet. Now, I don't know if I'm for carnivore diet or not. I really haven't researched it that much. But I know she is absolutely correct on the medications. And so with that in mind, hang on, Juliet. With that in mind, that's why I knew when I went to go see my my psychiatrist, I knew here's what he did. I was taking 2 medicine cups of pills a day. Or 2 cups, I think, was at night and 1 cup in the morning. Anyway, the first thing he did, we went through the meds, and is it helping or is it not helping? And if I said it's not helping, if it could be stopped immediately, he stopped it. If he had to wean me off of it, that's another story. We went by, weaning down. And you can wean yourself off of medications. And it's not rocket scientist. You don't have to go to a doctor for a doctor to tell you. You don't quit your medications unless you ask me. I think we have enough sense that we can wean ourselves off. I mean, after all, we weaned our babies from our tits. Come on. We weaned our babies from the bottle. I think we got the weaning down pat. But it's just a way of keeping you coming back. That's my view of it. But anyway, and then the healthcare, I've often wondered, how are these hospitals they are just gorgeous. The inside of them is like a freaking Trump hotel. Well, if you ever seen an itemized list of your medical expenses, that'll tell you right there. So they're purposely they're giving you these medications which are not helping you. Most likely are making you worse, where you need more medications. And then when you have when things in your body start to deteriorate, they got the fancy hospitals as well. Anyway, love to hear your comments. Love y'all. Bye.